Hello viewers, it's time for Makgeolli Talk. Today is viewer question day. I went back and read through all the viewer questions that I've received. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of your questions and comments. And I picked out 3 of the most common questions. I thought I'd answer those during this video. So question number 1 is, what is that thing that you use to filter the makgeolli? And here it is. This is what I use. This is a jelly strainer. It's very convenient. It comes apart, stores in a small space, it filters properly, easy to clean. And my fellow brewer Brian, I read on his blog that this was a good idea, and it sure was. So I've used it ever since. And this particular brand is Miro, M-I-R-O. You can just search for it. Easy to find. It's inexpensive. I'm sure there are other brands too. Find what works for you. These, of course, the filters will wear out. Try to get several of those. And of course, eventually this will become rusty. You'll have to replace it. But they do last pretty long. I've used, you can brew dozens of brews with this, no problem. So this is a great thing. That's a good question. Second question. How do you measure the alcohol content of your brew? Now, that's also a very good question. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a really satisfying answer. You can't use the method used for beer. That's a measurement of relative density. And with makgeolli, the initial stage is with all that rice mixed in, you're not able to measure the density properly. It's not just the density of some liquid. There are too many solids in there. There's some other more sophisticated methods with wine, with refraction, or with boiling point, or with distillation. Those are pretty difficult to do at home too, and they're more, again, some of the assumptions that work with wine aren't going to work with makgeolli because of the sediment in the liquid. It might work better with just the chongju, with just the clear layer. I'd be happy to measure the alcohol content of that. But again, I don't have the capability to do that at home. It looks like the instruments for winemaking are for more professional winemakers. It's not something I'm going to be able to do at home. And the sophisticated measurements that require just a small sample, like gas chromatography, that's beyond the scope of course, what you can do at home too. So I would say the best thing you can do is do it by taste. It's a rustic brew anyhow. You'll be able to tell if it has alcohol in it, and just compare it in your mind with some of your reference alcohol levels, and that'll be your own taste will be your guide. That's the best advice I can give you. That's the best I can do. But it's a great question. Question number 3. What is your favorite makgeolli recipe? Well, my favorite recipe is the 2-stage brew, Eungju, with the first stage juk, the porridge, second stage godobap. That's my favorite. It's easy to start because that first stage with the juk, I can just start cooking it immediately. I don't have to soak rice because I do it from the rice flour, the packaged rice flour. So that's really convenient, and it's very reliable. That first stage gets brewing really, it gets fermenting really fast, and it's easy to confirm that it's fermenting and stir it properly in the beginning stages. So I'm confident it's going to ferment properly. So I just like that recipe, and it I also think it tastes a little better than the single stage. So that's my favorite. There are a lot of recipes that I don't know and that I'd like to try. That's not going to be the best recipe of all time, but that's my everyday recipe. It's so reliable. I don't have to think about it. I just do it. Of course, I am looking for new recipes to try out. Thanks again for all your questions and comments. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching.